Good morning and happy Tuesday 10 at 10. I am your host, Richard Charpentier. We are here to answer questions that we get sent by bakers and answered by four bakers. You know, I'm a certified master baker, a bakery scientist, 34 years working in the industry. So I've seen a lot and I've done a lot. So that's why, you know, that platform is a free platform for you to come and ask questions, and it's answered live every week. So take advantage of it. And also, every on the BAKERpedia page, Dr. Lynn Carson has wonderful episodes, Ask Dr. Lynn, where she will talk about several subjects, shelf life, flour, etc., etc. Great resources for you to go back and learn. Again, free education. And if you have not done it yet, remember it is free to join BAKERpedia to become a member of a great community of bakers and bakers alike. And baker enthusiast. So feel free to join. It doesn't require anything to join. So without further ado, we'll start with the first question. I have a person asking what kind of preservative and what level to put in juices. So unfortunately, you know, BAKERpedia and Tuesday 10 at 10, we're focusing on bakery questions and bakery related question. It's something, you know, where, you know, what level and what usually sorbic acid or some citric acids are being used. But I do not want to get started into juices because then we're opening the door for, you know, meat related questions and etc. So we're staying true to BAKERpedia and bakery related questions. So I hope you understand, and I would love to help you out. But as you can see, sorbic is also being used in cake applications and or juices. So which is interesting, just as a side note, that it's also being used in different type of foods, not just limited to baking or just limited to juices. It's a tool applied well will help you preserve foods and shelf life of foods similar to juices. So in one way, it's a great, you know, correlation or great example to show sorbic acid as benefits in different category, in the food category. So, but good question. Thank you. And I do apologize for, you know, sticking true to our schedule. Next question, we have somebody asking puff pastry and what to do to extend the shelf life and what to add to extend the shelf life of puff pastry. One point was not done is whether or not the puff pastry in question is frozen raw or just baked and shelf stable, and whether or not, you know, if you look at some type of a laminated dough. And laminated dough, for those not aware, it's basically folding a layer of fat with a layer of dough, a layer of fat with a layer of dough. And once you put it in the oven, what happens is the steam generated, you know, trying to release will get trapped into those layers of fat and basically push it up and make it nice and flaky and layered, because it has no yeast to leaven it or to increase your volume. It's just done through the proper lamination system. In order to let's talk about raw products. You know, if you have raw frozen, a lot of people have seen using a vinegar, a lot of just straightforward vinegar, because you don't have any yeast. So therefore, that's a natural way to do so. It will lower the pH, same as other things would do. You don't have any leavening, so it's basically a dough. And often with in puff pastry, the use of vinegar was used heavily. I remember in France, a lot of people would use it because it mellows the protein and gives you a nice expansion with your puff pastry. If you want to add other products, I would say we have this product right here. It's from J&K. It's the Sourmate. It's from Rowan Berry extract. So what it is basically sorbic acids coming from natural sources. So you can use that as well to, small amounts. It'll bring the pH down slightly. But if it's puff pastry where it's at ambient temperature, like you bake it and you put it on your display in your case, usually they don't last that long because you layered it so much that after a while they will soften. And take the example of a Napoleon or millefeuille. It's basically puff pastry sheets with a pastry cream layer. Then usually you put a chocolate and white sort of design on the top, and it's crunchy. But after a while, they get very soggy, or the crust will lose its crunch very rapidly due to the other component. But in terms of just a pastry by itself, a shell, uh, unless if it's shelf stable, then they will do all the classic, trying to lower the pH, so therefore it's not molding. And like I said, vinegar is a good choice. Maybe something like a sorbic acid or rowan berry would be, extract will be a good other choice for you to do. So for today, that's it. Normally we have more questions. Keep on sending your questions. We'll love to answer. We'll love to help you deal with your issues and guide you. And for all of the people listening, BAKERpedia offers a 30 minutes consultation. So if you're stuck and you're unsure what to do with your product, or what's the next step, or what should I put in, and remember, in a bakery, anything we do is money. Any added ingredients, any testing, and then it's always, so we take the guessing away from you. So 30 minutes you get in. I think it's $125. You get 30-minute session, one-on-one. We do it over Zoom. Then we talk to you. We break down every single thing that needs to be done. Right now we're going, it's 10 minutes, 10 at 10, 10 question, 10 minutes. So we're trying to really condense it. But in a case of a consultation for 30 minutes, then you really get the one-on-one attention. We look at your formula, we try to rebalance, and that's money well invested. In long term, your products will be better, will have a better shelf life. So just throwing it out, it's a possibility. And BAKERpedia is the only place really where you can get, true consultants with years of experience. Plus, altogether we have over 200 plus years of experience. So for $125, which is not much at all. So take advantage of it. It's a great resource if you're stuck, if you need help, or if you need guidance. We're there to help you out. So with that, I will wrap it up. So thank you very much again for listening. You have a wonderful Tuesday and happy baking. Thank you, and I'll see you next week.